Welcome to Dark Dominion. Today's topic is about the captivating vampire. The story of vampires is one that has captivated human imagination for centuries, weaving a tapestry of fear, seduction, and immortality. Rooted in folklore and mythology, the concept of the vampire can be traced back to ancient cultures around the world. In early legends, vampires were not the suave, charismatic figures of modern literature, but rather grotesque, undead creatures preying on the living to sustain their cursed existence. One of the earliest recorded vampire myths comes from ancient Mesopotamia, where blood-drinking demons such as the Lamashtu were feared for preying on infants and the weak. Similarly, Slavic folklore, which has heavily influenced the modern vampire archetype, describe beings like the Vrikalakas or Strigoi, reanimated corpses that roamed at night feasting on human blood. These tales often arose from attempts to explain mysterious deaths or diseases, with the concept of vampirism serving as a way to rationalize the unexplainable. The vampire, as we recognize it today, began to take shape in the 18th century, when vampire hysteria swept through Europe. Stories of grave robbers and unearthing corpses with inexplicable signs of life fueled widespread panic. Writers and thinkers of the time began to explore these myths in literature, leading to works like John Polidori's The Vampire, Chad 1819 Bos, which introduced the idea of a sophisticated and aristocratic vampire. However, it was Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1897, that cemented the vampire's place in Western culture. Stoker's Count Dracula was not merely a bloodthirsty fiend, but a complex, almost tragic figure, a symbol of forbidden desires and societal fears of the time. This characterization set the stage for the vampire's evolution into a multifaceted symbol in modern storytelling. In the 20th and 21st centuries, vampires have continued to evolve, reflecting societal changes and anxieties. From Anne Rice's The Vampire Chronicles, which portrayed vampires as introspective and tortured, to the romanticized versions in Twilight and The Vampire Diaries, these creatures have been reimagined countless times. They embody themes of immortality, power, and the human struggle with morality and mortality. Ultimately, the story of vampires is not merely about monsters that lurk in the dark. It's a reflection of humanity's deepest fears and desires, a mirror held up to our cultural psyche. As long as we grapple with questions of life, death, and the unknown, the vampire will remain a haunting, alluring figure in our collective imagination. Thank you for visiting Dark Dominion. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the next entry into the Dark Realm.